Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Realm of Ori. In this video, we will continue with Volume 13, Chapter 4 Complete Victory, Part 10. And before we start, this video contains spoilers from the anime and manga series. And by the way guys, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon to get notifications for upcoming videos. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Benimaru wants to change the offense. Before that, it was all by static breaking, and when I gave the effect of absolute severance, he became dynamic breaking. This is a sword skill that focuses on counterattacks. And putting the focus on blocking is essentially an offensive and defensive package that won't actively attack. Benimaru sent out his sword to produce a change that surprised Bonnie and began to take a guard position. Despite the reversal of position, his expression at this time was composed. Only those moments of calm disappeared. Faced with Benimaru's fierce attack, he was too late to respond, thus allowing Bonnie to appear broken. Benimaru then seized on the breach to deliver the fatal blow. That strike sliced through Bonnie's body, splitting him in two from the head. So he didn't even have time to say his last words and just died. That being said, Benimaru is really overwhelmingly powerful. If you did this from the start, you would be able to win easily, too, right? No, if I did, my red lotus blade would break. I felt that armor was not good to deal with, and in order to avoid burdening the blade, that's why I continued to fight in an unaccustomed way. That's just the way things are, so in earnest, Benimaru is awesome. It was less than a minute from the time he started fighting back to take Bonnie down. Chloe was no less. There's just not enough energy. Trying to unleash that force, Chronoa let out a strained yelp. And yet right after that, answer, no problem. I also felt, in addition to the calm voice, I also heard someone sadly yell. A sound. No, I don't know what's going on. I had a feeling, should I say definitely, that it was the man's miserable scream I think. I vowed in my heart to treat him to pudding next time, not only to apologize to him, but to placate him in passing. All in all, the energy problem is solved. In the next moment, the whole world stopped. Ju followed the ashes. Presumably that was it, we had Bonnie and Ju down, but by this time Master Raphael was reporting to me in a guilty voice. Warning. The individual named Bonnie and the individual named Ju are confirmed to be alive. Did not account for them having resurrection bracelets. It's rare that Master Raphael would make such a lowly mistake. No, when you think about it, it rarely happens, and it's not too much to say it's the first time. Oh, shit, I should have destroyed Bonnie and their resurrection bracelets. No, they weren't wearing bracelets. I've seen it too, nothing of the sort. Alas, unlike me, Benimaru and Chloe do things so discreetly. They did remember something like a bracelet, combat side confirmed. About that, actually, a few of us have always thought of you as an enemy, and we didn't take the bracelet honestly. That being said, there's no need to do it for nothing. I didn't realize the bracelet was on his ankle. This is a bracelet. We know, yeah. But this is a magic prop, right? So wear it here and it will have the same effect. Bonnie once said to wear it that way as a little bit of defiance. In this case it's hard to predict that some idiot will put a bracelet on his foot. It can't be helped. Yeah, forget it. We've seen how much these guys are capable of, and we're sure to win the next time we play them. Although it would be worrying to send someone else besides me, one can always think of countermeasures. In the end we came to this conclusion, and Benimaru and I decided to forget about this incident. The war will continue. Although I'm embarrassed for Masayuki and them, I don't have time for their business right now. I decided to leave Masayuki and them to Chloe to take care of, and return to the control room with Benimaru. This time we should really clean up all the enemies in the maze. The only thing left to do was to watch over the last battle, and the room already had a few guests who had come first. Rimuru, the sudden inability to get in touch with you scared me to death. Just say it, but I'm not worried at all, and would like to complain to you about it nonetheless. Besides, Ramirez had to come over anyway. So we'll just hurry. No, we'll just come over a little bit and see what happens. Please don't take away my magical essence out of nowhere. Although he complains about it, he's clearly worried about me. This guy is just such a place to be cute. So say Master Raphael, you might as well talk to the other side first to get permission before you borrow the power of Veldora. It's too late to say those things, it won't matter. To say that it was too late. You've been using it without my permission, haven't you? It always felt like Veldora was used to it too. If that's the case, then I'm sorry for Veldora. Not only do I have to prepare a delicious snack for him, but I also have to prepare a new comic. I seem to have worried you. But Veldora can contact me no matter where he is, and if anything goes wrong it's up to you. Is that so, Master? Ah, ahem. That's why I said there's no need to worry. So, since everything's fine, let's hear what they have to say, shall we? Hearing Veldora finish, I looked along his line of sight, only to find Miss Trainee and Sue right there, plus a suspicious man tied up. I've long detected the Sue of their scent, but who is the other one? Miss Trainee looked exhausted and was drinking juice. That's right. I went straight to the place I heard about from Moss and found out that it was this man who was fighting Miss Trainee, our enemy, Laplace. It was Laplace who was tied up and he had been beaten to a pulp, but at least he had a breath. How is that guy still alive? I wanted to kill him too, but this guy kept insisting that he had to talk to Lord Rimuru. Must be a trap. Benimaru drew his blade. Just then, the whole of Laplace, who seemed to have air, bounced as if he were a caterpillar. I thought to myself how dexterous he was, and at the same time, a little funny. I seem to have laughed out loud by accident. First, wait a minute. Don't laugh. Stop those men. I don't even need to salute. The killing aura on Sue's body was even more intense. But that was just fine. The silent Benimaru was even going to cut Laplace to death. I rushed to intervene, all in all, to get Benimaru to cool off first. You calm down. After all, we're still in a truce with that Yuki guy, right? Now that Laplace is here, let's hear what he has to say. So what do you have to say? This is a really scary place. The eldest sister over there doesn't listen to anyone either, and she's much better than she was when we met before. That big brother over there was still relatively amiable, but there was no smile in his eyes at all. And that? Huh? No way, Benimaru. It's time to reveal your hidden nature. I coughed and cleared my throat, trying to change the increasingly heavy atmosphere. In fact, if you're like this, I've been entrusted by Yuki to deliver a message. Laplace also knows how to read the occasion. He cast a grateful glance at me and began to spell out the reasoning here. I thought to myself that I should have done this in the first place and decided to listen. That's the way it is. You watch out for Bonnie and Ju. Benimaru and I remained silent and couldn't help but look at each other. I wish he'd told us that sooner. According to Laplace, there was a man named Damrata under the Yuki. I heard that he is one of the leaders of the Cerberus, a secret association under Yuki. But Gadra gives advice, and after some discussion, they discover that it is suspected that Damrata wants to assassinate Gadra. Of course Yuki didn't give that order. So they began to suspect Damrata. Later he seemed to find quite a few things suspicious. This leads one to speculate that Masayuki's companions were all arranged by Damrata and that there was another purpose behind it. That's why Laplace rushed back from dropping off other assignments and was assigned to deliver the message. Why didn't you come earlier and pass on the word? That kind of thing where you don't have to ask and know what the answer is. Since this is the case, make it clear that it is so. That's why I told you several times that there was something very important to say. But you said, only ghosts believe you. You don't listen to the troop. Well, that's all because you're so suspicious. I've also got some unpleasant memories of you slipping away, so I've got all the energy I need to say I'm not going to make the same mistake again. Don't you think you're overdoing it? You said, shut up and cut the crap. I don't listen to any explanation. Seeing the two arguing ugly in front of me, the answer was clear enough. Have you two been fighting? That is enough. The indignant Laplace began to turn on himself. Sounds like it's been a fight, more than a few days. I think it's been about 10 or so. No wonder he'd be indignant. I'm so sorry. Miss Trainee only realized that she had made a mistake in the first place, and apologized to me with a red face. Although it was Miss Trainee's mistake this time, I can't blame her. Anyway, those things are in the past. Let's not get into a bull's eye and put these things in the water. Now it's an afterthought and a pain in the ass to think about it. More so than that, the battlefield situation is now. Not knowing what would happen until the last moment. With that in mind once again, we set off for the big screen.